people like the Romans? Well, he dislikes the Romans. He thinks that they're power country. He thinks that all they're interested in is in expansion. My own feeling about this, if it matters at all, I agree with him. I think he's got it exactly right. And what we learn in our high school or other classes concerning introductions, even on television, program type things, is totally wrong. The Romans were interested in expansion, control, brutalization, conquest, and repression. And there's hardly anything you can think of except their roads and their architecture that is, to an extent, admirable. And the roads were built so the armies could move faster anyway, just like Hitler built the autobahns for his armies. So you can skip the roads as far as noble endeavor. Just happened to turn out, like our freeways have turned out to be useful. The buildings, well, the Colosseum was a death palace that they built, so even though it's an impressive structure, what it was used for was to kill people for public displays of killing. So, I mean, it's pretty gruesome public works project. Anyway, now we know nothing about the atrocities except what we find in the tombs. There are references to them in Latin writers, but at first-hand knowledge we have nothing except the tombs to offer, so to the tombs we must go, or to the museums containing the things that have been rifled from the tombs. What do you think of museums? He doesn't much like museums. I think, I read an article the other day about Bush, that they took him to a museum in Madrid or someplace, and he ran through it as fast as he could go, and then they took him to one somewhere else, and I think he spent 10 minutes. His wife was looking at the pictures and things, but he couldn't wait to get out. Sometimes I feel that way about museums, too. I like museums in the fact they have interesting things, but they're very impressive in the amount of interesting things that they lay on you in one go. If you go into a museum and looking for a couple of things that you want to see, I can think that that could be a rewarding experience. But to just walk past picture after picture after picture, or sculpture after sculpture, you begin to become, deadened to your reactions. The best we can do in the modern period, because people want to see these things, and that's certainly an admirable urge, but museums do tend to be a little bit, not just deadening, but sterile. And there's nothing like seeing something in situ. You know what the word in situ means? In situation. Seeing it where it actually came from. And that's the beauty of his going to these Etruscan tombs. They're still there, with the paintings on the wall that you can see. Unfortunately, I've been there in the time. I would show you some slides, but I don't have time in this class at the moment. I've been there since he's been there. In one of these tomb areas, Civetri, is if you leave Rome on the autostrada, as they're called in Italy, auto route, freeway, they're not free. On your way to the coastline, where Rome is, you soon see the sign to this Civetri place. And just about a half hour from Rome on the I hate to say freeway. What's the paved freeway called in America? The toll road, okay. On the toll road. On the tollway. On the tollway. So in Italy, again, they're called autostradas. Nice word, autostrada. So you can see it, and it's well worth a visit. There are these weird little tumuli there, sort of stone bumps, all clustered around, but it's very quiet and peaceful, and it's above there's a hustling, bustling little town that's grown up in more modern times, a typical Italian town, a lot of, traffic and outdoor cafes and screeching and gasoline stations and the like. But if you go up to these tombs, I don't know if I have a good picture here. Hope I do. Let's see if I have one in here that's really, it's a very bad picture to see, but there are these tumuli here. these round tumuli here. And they're still like that. It's grown up a bit more. And inside, they're like houses.